Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to make one of the top 5 bestsellers amongst bubble tea drinks. We're going to make Taro bubble tea. Before we continue, don't forget to click that subscribe button. I post everything coffee, milk tea, matcha, bubble tea on this channel. So make sure you click that notification bell as well. Now, taro can be made using 2 different types of taro ingredients. One is using a premixed taro powder, and the other one is using a 100% taro powder. If you have a copy of my book, All Things Milk Tea, make sure that you check out the recipes for 100% taro and also for a premix. Today, I'm going to show you the recipe for 16 ounces cup using a premixed taro powder. And I'm going to show it to you 2 different ways. So not using 100% taro powder here, let's use a taro mix. What I have here is the taro mix, creamer, and also sugar. Instead of sugar, you can also use sugar syrup. But this time, because my tea is going to be hot, I can use sugar, which will easily dissolve in hot tea. The 2 ways that I'm talking about is using the base is black tea, and the other is using the base green tea. Either one of these can be used to make your taro milk tea. The difference is in the taste and also the final look. If you use black tea, you probably won't be able to see much of the purple color, whereas if you use green tea, you'll be able to see a very strong purple color. Let's go ahead and prepare the first one, which is using black tea as base. To brew black tea, please check my other video clips on how to brew. In this case, all I used was a simple steeping method. I used about 5 grams of tea, black tea, and steep it for about 15 minutes. For the green tea, I used less than 5 grams, just about 1 teaspoon of pure green tea leaves, and then steep it for about 10 minutes. With green tea, you do not need to steep it for too long. But if you are going to use powdered ingredients, make sure your tea is warm or hot. Okay, so I'm going to use a shaker because this is a bubble tea, and I'm going to use about 180 to 200 milliliter of tea. And into this, I am going to use my premixed powder. I will need 2 tablespoons of this. According to the packaging, you need about 12 grams, but I'm using a lot more. So 2 tablespoons or 2 scoops of my taro mix. And to make it creamy, I'm going to add creamer. Now with this kind of mix, it already has sugar and creamer in one, but it is not enough. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of my creamer as well. 1, 2, 3. And for the sugar, I would suggest that you start with less than more. And you can adjust whenever you feel like it's not sweet enough. So I'm going to use sugar, granulated sugar, and I'm only going to add 1 tablespoon. Not to forget that the taro mix already has sugar in it. If it's plain milk tea, you don't need to add that much. Before you shake, just give it a good stir, and it probably won't dissolve completely. And then we are going to add some ice and shake. Add some ice, not too much. We're going to add the ice later, and we're going to give it a good shake. Bubble tea needs to be shaken to get that bubble. Okay, now we're going to pour into our cup, but because this is bubble tea, of course we need some bubbles, which are, in this case, I'm using brown sugar cognac pearls, just about 1 scoop in there. And then pour your shaken bubble tea in your cup. Try not to put all those airy bubbles here, which are really unnecessary. And then if it's not full enough, you can add a bit more ice. And you have your taro bubble tea using black tea as base. 1 down, black tea. We're going to make our second one, which is using green tea as base. So for this, I'm going to put all the powders in the shaker first. I'm going to use the same recipe, 2 tablespoons of my taro powder, 3 tablespoons or 3 scoops of my creamer, 1, 2, 3, 1 tablespoon of my sugar, my hot green tea. Again, we're going to stir. So we need to put boba at the bottom and then pour the taro milk tea over. Fill it to the top with ice. And we have our taro bubble tea using green tea as base. Both taro bubble tea, one is green tea and the other is black tea. The green tea, the color of purple will come out a lot more than the one using black tea as base. Now it's down to the taste. Delicious. I can taste the black tea and I can also taste the taro. Now for this one, I'm just going to use the same straw here. For this one, I can taste the taro more because green tea typically does not have any taste except it adds some bitterness. With this, it is more taro than tea. With this, it's more tea and taro together. But the color, I mean, in terms of presentation, this one is the more commonly used base, the green tea, as opposed to black tea. But for me, the taste of the black tea is better than the green tea. Well, there you go, just giving you another way of making your taro bubble tea, and this time using a premixed powder. The recipe will change if you're using 100% taro powder, but for those that are using powder in their shops, this is how you can make your taro bubble tea better and also creamier. If you have any questions at all about any of these recipes or any comments, do let me know, and I'll see you again next time. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Ciao for now.